Thanks for staying for sports. And the Rocky Mountain College women's basketball team back in the gym after the holiday break, still waiting patiently for their first game of the season. The Battling Bears had several games postponed in December due to contact tracing, and now the women have logged well over 30 practices before playing an official contest. The last time we spoke with head coach Wes Keller, he says his team desperately needed to play a game, and now they'll have to wait until January 4th when they host Montana Western.
You know, we're just trying to do everything in our might to make sure that come the 4th and 5th that we'll be able to feel the team and get out there and compete, because, you know, you can only practice for so long before you need a game.
That matchup with the Bulldogs on the 4th will be the first of a back-to-back, a new trend this season in the Frontier Conference. Keller says coaching will be different with the new schedule, and with limited games played so far, there's not a lot of film out there on their opponents. Of course, there's no tape on the Battling Bears either, and Coach Keller offered us a preview of his team led by Chloe Thatcher and Mackenzie Deathman.
Mac's gotten a lot stronger from last year. She will be called upon to play some more 5, which is inside, versus, she played a lot of 4 last year. But I think Mac's going to have a really, really good sophomore campaign. And I feel like this year we have some kids that, are going to allow us to play at a quicker pace, get up and down the floor and transition more, and attack in that first 6 to 8 seconds. And then if we don't have something, bring it out and run a set or whatnot.
As 2020 comes to an end, our sports department keeps looking back at some of our favorite stories of the year. Today we go back to March, where I had a chance to catch up with a group who was the life of the party at the Class A basketball tournament. Fans come to watch their favorite teams on the court, but sometimes the pep band steals the show.
We strongly believe that we are the best pep band in the state. So every game, we bring a wild energy, we do wacky things.
The Park High Pep Band made a lasting impression at the State A basketball tournament, playing pop hits and bringing the energy for their Rangers.
We take pride in that we're the only band that's standing up the entire game, cheering the entire game. Doesn't matter if we're up by 30, down by 30, we're still here, we're still standing, we're still playing.
Leading the way is director Garrett Standard, who just finished his 7th basketball season with Park. Standard says at first his wacky, high-energy style came off a bit strange, but now it's become infectious for the program.
A lot of people looked at me weird, but a couple kids believe, and then next year a couple more kids believe, and then we just build and build and build, and before you know it, if you don't have that energy, you're in the minority, and you're the one who looks weird.
And Standard's students are happy to follow his lead.
We get it from him. He's our role model, he's our leader, and he brings the energy and we follow.
The band doesn't just play music during timeouts, they do much more than that. They sing different tunes while the ball is in play, they try to distract the opponent during free throws, anything to give their basketball teams an edge.
We're worth a few points, whether that's missed free throws or more energy towards the end of the game. So if we're engaged, our team is benefiting, and that's our goal here, is to make sure that our program, our community is thriving, and no matter what the score is, we're there to make it happen.
But when that buzzer sounds for a timeout, it's game time for the band, and they don't play your typical stuff.
Our songs are different from anyone else in the state. They're wacky, they're crazy, they're wild.
It's high school band music. I don't find it that hip. So I decided, I'm gonna find songs that I think are really fun and infectious.
Whether it's Britney Spears or the Black Eyed Peas, making the crowd sing along while they jam out together.
Those songs are the couple songs where if you can learn them by ear, and so the kids aren't reading music, they're worried about performing.
Just remember, the season didn't just end for those playing on the court, it also ended for those seniors in the pep band, cheering them on along the way. That group's so much fun. Hopefully they get a chance to play for their team this season. Well, that's your look at sports. We're right back after this.